driver off the deck for Corey Connors.
Here's driver off the deck for Victor Hovland.
So the driver off the deck. I know you would try this, right?
Oh my, what a shot.
Just to be able to hit it off the deck and get that thing down and fly it in running.
You have to put your foot on the gas. You pull out the driver off the deck and you put it on the green all the way up the hill.
Welcome back to another episode of Off the Deck. I am your host, Josh Stecker. I am here today with the voice of Formula Drift, Jarod DeAnda. Oh, now we can see you're out of witness protection. For those of y'all listening instead of watching on YouTube, we've had some issues with Jarod's camera. We couldn't get it to work. It's finally functioning correctly. And then once we got it working, he was clearly in witness protection. Jarod, how are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me on. Josh, absolutely miss your face. We met earlier this year, and I've thought about you a lot.
Okay. Please tell me more.
I have a picture of you and I. It's in the shower, not going to lie. But it's just it's motivation. It's motivation to be a better person, a better dad, a joyful, jovial young man that is looking for, just his way in life. And I think just, it's like that little kitten that hangs on and it's the photo. It's just like, hang in there. Like that's Josh Stecker in my life. Like that. It's a little nugget that I hold in my back pocket. And I just know it's there, This has been in my ass for 10 years, Josh. And it's finally time to pull it out.
I am honored to be featured in your shower, in your lovely home that has its own Instagram account. My wife and I love looking at pictures of your house. It is a beautiful property. You and your better half have done a fantastic job getting it into the condition that it's in, which I love. I'm jealous that you're sitting by your pool right now. I am in my basement. So while you are aspiring to be like,
give me one of these real quick, like, are you in a safe place? Do you need help, Josh? Are we good?
Yeah, blink twice, right?
Yeah. I love my wife. She lets me go wherever. She lets me have 3 chicken nuggies and I get a large fruit cup from Chick-fil-A. Josh can get Chick-fil-A on Sunday. That's how powerful Josh Stecker is.
Oh, if only. That would be.
Why do you always want Chick-fil-A on a Sunday?
Yeah, well, it never fails. It never fails that wait, do you have Chick-fil-A in California?
Yeah, dude, come on. Chick-fil-A is everywhere now. Like, just because these cows are like, eat more chicken. Suck it, cows. We are eating more chicken. And we're going to eat some more beef, too.
I don't even know why I had notes prepared for this recording. Oh man,
I like that you have notes prepared. I'm like honored. Sorry, I was trying to give you like a cool backdrop here, but real quick, just palm trees. I'm in my basement too. This is like my basement.
Yeah, which is a beautiful pool. The sun is setting in California right now, and like we said, I'm sitting in my basement in Central Time, where it's almost 8:00 p.m. But you and I had the wonderful opportunity to meet each other on a trip to Bandon Dunes. I don't know what percentage of that group knew each other ahead of time. I don't think it was a very high number. But what a blast of a trip. Great group of guys. Would not have had it any other way.
Yeah. I mean, so first of all, Off the Deck, absolutely phenomenal play on words. How many times do you actually hit off the deck though?
So that's a tough scene for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's something that, because I went with that name as the podcast, I am actively working on to do more of. But I appreciate your kind words about the name. Yeah, it just kind of flowed, especially with my last name at work. Yeah. So we're like, hey, let's roll with that. But yeah, I'm not a big person to hit it off the deck.
It is very rare. I feel, and again, DOD King, that little Virginia kid, that does a decent job. I heard he's actually a really nice guy. That DOD, my buddy, I've had a few people play with him, and they're like, he's actually, my buddy Rhetoric played with him because he's like a VA boy, and he's actually really cool. But sorry, I'm not hijacking your show like Ryan Hardenbrook. I know I host stuff, but I'm not going to interview you. You're going to interview me. I apologize. Shout out to Cigar Dawn.
Please.
Shout out to Cigar Dawn, aka Ryan love Ryan, and I'm not throwing shade at all. I watched a little bit of that because there's things that just get extracted when you talk to somebody, and I just want to shut up and go ahead, fire away, take those notes and just crumple them up and shove them up your ass, Josh. I'm just joking. This is an NA beer. This is an NA beer, by the way, and this is a vape. It's not.
Well,
this
isn't
NA. I've been on NA since January. Look at that, non-alcoholic.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. You actually introduced me to NAs while we were making laps around Bandon.
Still played shitty though. I'll tell you what.
You talking about me or yourself?
Oh, that's absolutely self-deprecating. Yeah, but I peeked out the gate, and then by Sheep Ranch, which we played at, and we were rushed, and you had a caddy, right? Didn't you have a caddy? And I think we commandeered
shout out
him.
Jeremy Moser, great caddy.
I commandeered him. I was like, I'm not going to ask you a lot of questions because you're Josh's caddy, but I'm not a fan of caddies. Are you a fan of caddies?
It has to be a good caddy. A bad caddy is worse than having a caddy.
But then when do you find out that they're bad? By hole 2?
Yeah, it's too late.
And then you're in too deep.
At that point, you're married. You're done. Like there's no getting out of it at that point. You've already committed, and you were going down that path.
I'm just saying, can we make it like will you accept this rose? Like, can we do like a bachelor thing? Like, okay, read this putt. Mind you, we don't have the time. I get it. I'll tell you what, I had an amazing caddy, and so I played late. I'm in Southern California. My buddy, humble brag, he's a member at Lakeside, which is in Toluca Lake. Amazing course. To tell you where it's at. Oh, what are we sipping on, dog? That's a nice vessel for a Diet Coke.
Right.
What is that? What are we drinking there?
A little rum. A little rum. That's why my cheeks are red.
Throw a leg up there, pirate. Oh my gosh. Didn't know it was Captain Josh on deck. Speaking of deck, my wife loves Below Deck, and I don't know if I like it. There's one girl that has this granular voice, and it drives me nuts. Are we allowed to cuss? Because I'm cussing.
Yeah, the show's listed as explicit, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hell yeah.
So,
in a
so
world where
caddies.
one man, actually 2 men, 1 basement. Let's get weird. So Lakeside, my buddy Chris has the same caddy. He's really good, a really nice guy. Doesn't really know my putting, but I've played with him enough that now we've kind of learned. But I'll tell you what, I played, again, humble brag, Hillcrest Country Club in Century City in like downtown LA. What a track. What an experience. You had our mutual friend who I introduced you to, Brian Parks from Lab. He was out here, and he had an LA run, and he humble bragged it. The Riv, LACC, not Sherwood, but anyways, our caddy at Hillcrest dialed. He knew my putts out the gate. That's a good caddy. But
yeah,
to just get thrown in with some rando, bro, I'm out. But you don't know till you're 2-3 holes in.
And I had that experience at Shoal Creek a few months ago. Not a great caddy at all. He
what
called
made it a
himself
bad
R.
caddy?
Kelly. Well, he called himself.
He was
R.
banging
Kelly.
R. Kelly. He was banging R. Kelly.
He called himself R. Kelly. That's what he went by. So
because he pissed on you. Because he pissed on your game, or what?
He definitely pissed on my game.
God damn it! Why do I do this?
He definitely pissed on my game. I mean, out of the gate, he was misreading putts by feet, not inches, by feet. And I'm not a good putter, but I can read greens. And I'm like, there's no way that goes right to left.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the times that I was like, yeah, I would have been better off just carrying my own bag, dealing with it, and not having to deal with the caddy, because then you're stuck with that person for the entire 18, and you can't just be like, no, I've got this. And
right.
Then of course there's that wonderful experience at the end of the round where you then have to tip them for all the bad reads that they gave you. So
that wonderful experience. It is a weird thing, right? You're kind of like, oh, thanks for nothing. But
right, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So
well,
Bandon Dunes, what was your favorite part about that trip?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, collectively was it 16 of us, correct?
Yeah.
I think the favorite trip, my favorite part of the trip was, I would have liked to, I wish we could do a 16 some, all that whole deal. I got a follow-up email asking, how was your experience at Bandon Dunes? And what I'll tell you is the great thing about Bandon Dunes, if you haven't gone there, and I'm just like, you could tell me like, oh, Bethpage is this amazing course. Pebble Beach is this. Like, I need to touch it, smell it, feel it, experience it. And Bandon has always been this like folklore place, and it is now even more larger of a folklore because you have to have 2-year waiting lists and join all that. The biggest thing for me is how kind the people are, because it's about people, and it's about golf is like a great meal. I don't care how good or sorry, I don't care how expensive. Sorry, let me digress. It's expensive. You're renting a good steak and a bottle of wine, and you're renting a golf course for 4 hours. I don't care if it's got gold. You're eventually going to shit it out. And and $2 chuck. And there's a certain point where you can spend too much on wine or bourbon or rum, and it gets you just tell people how much it is. That's all it's about, right?
Right.
Shadow Creek. Played Whistling Straits earlier this year. Got done with Whistling Straits. Beautiful track. It was foggy. It was weird. It was like right on this cusp because the water was still cold. Temperature was warm. So it was fog. We hit, I have a couple of homies that are caddies there, Los Loops and Caddy Andy, and we hit into fog. Anyways, decent round at Whistling Straits. We finished. This guy's got the creek on his hat, the whatever track, right? And I said, dude, 2 questions. Did you like it? Yeah. Oh, dude, it's amazing. Shadow Creek, right? And notably right now, it's like the most expensive place to play golf in America. And I said, second question, did you pay? Nope. I said, well, of course it was worth it, dude. Like,
Right.
because you didn't pay. I'm not paying $1,200 for a round of golf. All that being said about Bandon is I think it's reasonable. It's good value. And the biggest thing for me, the takeaway was that everybody was so nice there. When we walked into the main pro shop at Bandon Dunes, it's like the big one right in front of the OG course. They're like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, oh, I'm good. Had an okay day. Oh, what'd you shoot? And they'll respond like, oh, that's a bummer. Or, oh, shoot, hope you shoot better today. Or they're genuinely engaged. And for whatever reason, I remember because we stayed on site and we stayed in those little cabins. Bert, Neal, and I we bunked up, and Bert was one of 4 people that I knew, Ryan, Chucky, and that was it. And then so the rest of y'all fools I did not know, but I'm very thankful for it. But we got on the shuttle bus, and the girl's name was Michelle, but spelled Myshell. And I'm like, oh, your parents hippies or what? She's like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. And super receptive to it. Fine. She's dealt with Michelle just like I hate my name, Jarod, because you could spell Jarod like 8 million different ways, like Jarod, DeAnda, DeAnza, DeAndra, Jared, Jarod. I'm a shaft, not a color, so I'm a rod. But the big takeaway for me, Bandon, is the people really made it that much better. We went to the Ghost Tree Grill, had a beautiful dinner. That was the golf is like a side dish to just 4 hours with your friends, experiencing this backdrop and challenging your mind, challenging your friends. And honestly, the best day was Bert. Everybody went out. I can't remember what day it was because I think we golfed Tuesday through Friday or something like that. But the gnarliest day of weather, we went out on Pacific Dunes, and it was sideways rain. It was freezing rain. And everybody kind of ran for the hills. But Bert, Caleb.
Hand raised. I ran for the hills. I was in your group.
You ran, you little bitch. You ran. Caleb took off his shoes and harnessed it like an unbridled bronco. That dude got into it. Bert and I were dripping. Not because we were swaggy, as the kids say. We were literally dripping. And it was probably the funnest day. Just like in old school when he's in therapy, it's like it's cotton, it's satin, it's something I've never seen before. It was something I'd never seen before. And we hit like 3 woods into 150-yard wind, sideways freezing rain, and we all got on. And that was like, hell yeah. Because like, again, we landed at Old Mac the first day. We drove from Eugene and drove in, and I shot a 78, like sneaky little 78. I was stoked. That's good for me. I'm playing at a 7. I was probably like a 10 at the time. So that's the long and short of it. Camaraderie, the people at Bandon, and then that round. And I'm not like I'm kind of a collector, kind of like of tattoos. Like I'm all tattooed up and I'm a collector, but I've come to find out that
what's the total number?
100,
You just recently counted.
150 tattoos, including 2 massive, like big pieces. But, yeah, our friend my wife and I the other day, how many tattoos does Jarod have? So we counted. I laid naked on the bed, just painted a picture for you. There I am. It's a nice Friday evening in Flagstaff, Arizona. I said, baby, count away. And there she was with her pointer, and the rest is history. So yeah, that's where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going.
No, the Pac Doomsday. So you talked about the weather.
Oh, Doak. Tom Doak. I would say Doak is my favorite course designer.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where that was going because I hadn't said anything about any course designer, but we'll take that. We love that.
No, Pacific Dunes, because I was saying Pacific Dunes. I'd like to play Pacific Dunes because it's Doak designed on a beautiful day. Because I think he does a good job of modifying the land, but respecting it and making it a little quirky. So you have some kind of tucked pins and stuff like that. But
yeah. When it was sleeting in my face and there was standing water on the greens, I bowed out. And you gentlemen who powered through it, and hat tip to you guys, I did not have that in me. I was, I will gladly take the label of little bitch for walking off that day because that was brutal weather, brutal weather. But we had a great time. We had a great group. Really, really enjoyed it. Would love to get that group back together at some point and play somewhere. Maybe we hit East Coast. I don't know.
No, you're coming to my club. You're jumping in this pool. We're playing the Vic. We're playing my club, and you're gonna hang out here.
Which like the Vic. Tell me about the Vic and tell me how you get to and from the Vic, because the stories, your Instagram stories, are some of my favorite. Other than when you're taking your youngest son to school and he's singing all these songs, that's some of my favorite. I love seeing that every morning.
Thank you.
But the Vic, tell me about the vibe at the Vic.
Yeah, man, Victoria Club. I'm a member at this club. It's established in 1903. It's in Riverside, California. Here's a big, hairy, tattooed Timu Jason Momoa named Jarod DeAnda. I'm in that movie called Aquaman. It's, again, the Timu Momoa. And I never thought I'd join a country club, but it has great history, cool history. I mentioned Lakeside and Toluca Lake. Same course designer. Course designer is named Max Behr, spelled B-E-H-R. And we've been a member there 5 years. And it's fun, man. Notably, the back nine, out of the last 5 holes, 4 of them are par 5s. So it's just this classic California rolling kind of hills, not too hilly, except like 13 or 12 through 16 are hilly. Just a little more elevation, but live around the corner from it and love it. And it's just you could play it every day. You get some old blue hairs, some dudes that been there for a while, 3rd, 4th generation, that are there, and it's cool. So our mutual friend who brought us together, the Goonies and band, and Ryan played my member guest. He did not play the best 9 in or what's he say? What's he the best 9?
The best 9 in America.
Did not play that. He was just not even a 9. But I love him anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. I love him, and it's okay. I didn't play well either. I'm going hard on the Hardenbrook. I like. We had fun. We had a blast, and to back to the point is golf is like life, man. Golf is about the relationships and how you harbor those, how you navigate life, and I think that golf is a metaphor for life. You have 18 holes, 18 years to figure out, you as an adult. And, you cry, you laugh, you cheer, you jeer, you have some good shots, you have some bad shots, but collectively it's 18 holes to play a round of golf, and you have 18 years to decide who you're going to vote for and shoot a gun through the ballot, because you can shoot and vote at the same time.
So when did you start playing golf? How old were you?
I played, I joined my grandpa 8 or 9 years old in San Diego, in Ramona. It was called San Vicente Country Estates. It's still around. And he took me out with his old cronies. And I remember one of the old guys I don't know why I remember this one quote. And this old guy would putt. I couldn't tell you his name, but I was 8 or 9. And he would miss a putt. And he's like, "Oh, that's worse than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick." That was a saying that I remember for whatever reason. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Even when I was 9, I'm like, okay, that sucks either way. And then fast forward to high school. I was a latchkey kid, grew up with my mom, So this dude Scott, can't remember his last name, but one of the rich kids, brand new 4Runner. So I would jump in the car with him after school and go play Oaks North. It's in Rancho Bernardo, California, and it's 3 9-holes. So he'd play either north, south, or was it east or west? I can't remember. I think east. And you just played a combination of them. And I played in high school, and then I stopped forever, and then picked it back up like 8 years ago, when we lived in Arizona, because we lived in Arizona for 15 years, and then in my neighborhood had some homies, and then the big catalyst was who you met, Bert Neal. Bert got into it, and when he gets into something, he really goes hard and understands clubs and nuances and builds, and it just goes to that umpty-ninth degree. And I'm very fortunate to have friends that go to that degree, because I'm not that guy. I'm like, sure, whatever, like just trying to hit record on this damn podcast. I'm trying to figure literally like went play golf, took my son for a haircut. I'm doing voiceover in the truck, got to do this, had a guy install a mailbox, he f***ed it up, did this, did that, like whatever, man, just constantly hustling. I'm barking up the wrong tree. I know we're all freaking busy, dude. But
no, and that's one of the things that's so fascinating about you and your golf game, and then what you do for a living, because most people wouldn't think that your vocation would lend towards playing golf as much as you do. I don't want to say you broke the mold, because I don't think there's a mold, but you don't fit the prototypical golf junkie, right?
yeah, I guess. I mean, I kind of appreciate that, because it's, yeah, you look at me and I don't look like a golfer, which is kind of good. And I think that's the state of the union right now as far as golf and golfers go. My buddy I played with today, Paul, he goes by Paul Wall on Instagram. He works for LAGC, which is the TGL golf team, the tomorrow's golf league, the indoor, which I think is a great compliment. PGA owns it. A lot of people think that Happy Gilmore 2 was kind of ripping on TGL. It was ripping on Live. Just because of the music and the Squid Games of golf.
Right.
I think that TGL does it. But anyways, he played the course, and he's like, dude, this is classic California, this, that, and the other thing. And we were talking about just what they need to do as far as TGL. And I also think that at some point, some kid will win the Masters. And just the question that you asked me, traditionally the answer is like my grandma, my grandpa, my dad played, right? And kind of like, oh, I went out there and it finally clicked, or I played begrudgingly, but now I'm thankful for it. There's going to be a kid that wins the Masters and goes, I was at a birthday party and we were eating those injected donuts at Top Golf, and I just fixated on the golf. You know what I mean? Because
right.
Top Golf's expensive, but somebody's going to win the Masters and be like, hey, what was your first time you grabbed a club? Well, I was at Top Golf and I picked up a Callaway, the Sure Thing, that weird, crazy driver that has like 15-degree loft and you could beat the shit out of it. And I think that's cool. Like, I'm cool with it, because to your point, I'm not your prototypical, it's a big word, even though I speak for a living, prototypical golfer. But I think, the juxtaposition of it is what I like. And, you look at from a fashion standpoint, that's just one layer. But, being heavily tattooed, bearded, and all this stuff, and Malbin's done a great job of it. Southern California, it's really thriving. But you go to the East Coast, like I'm wearing a bridge hat. I was trying to think, what hat should I wear as not only a flex, but just giving shout out to somebody. But it's funny because I got in my car going to take my son a haircut, and my buddy Austin Keene and my homies from Quiet Golf are out of the Bridgehamptons, which I don't know if you've heard of the Bridgehamptons, but yeah, it's an amazing track, literally in more ways than one, because it used to be a race course from the 60s to the 90s in the Hamptons, and now it's a golf course. I met the owner of it, and it's upwards of $2 million to be a member, supposedly. I played with my buddy Daniel there, and what a track, because it's just that experience, man. The bridge has some amazing artwork around it. The golf course is challenging. It's cut into a beautiful part of landscape. Yeah. So I
Did you feel
I love
like your worlds were colliding there a little bit?
Absolutely.
So for some backstory for the listeners, and I introduced him as the voice of Formula Drift. That's what Jarod does for a living. You are the voice of Formula Drift racing. Don't laugh about it. It's true. That's Correct. Which I love listening to your voices. You have your own brand, which is Send It, which
Yep.
I love. But yeah, you had to feel like your worlds were colliding, being on those grounds with a racetrack and then golf course there.
And the art factor, like I grew up wanting to be an animator, so art and being inspired by art is something that I really enjoy. Like, so to add to that, I travel about 150,000, 200,000 miles a year, announcing not just Formula Drift because that's 8 rounds, but then I do odds and ends. I was just in Australia for an event called World Time Attack. I got to play New South Wales Golf Club, which is down there, which is probably the number 1 down there. I think it's ranked 23 in the world. Go to New Zealand every year, so I played Tiarai, played the Cork-Crenshaw and the Doak course in 23 and 24. I'm going down there in December of this year, 25. I'm supposed to play Tara Edie with a famous All Blacks football player, like the New Zealand All Blacks. Supposed to play Tara Edie. So the half sticks will travel. So, flying and going to, where was it? I just played 5 rounds. I went to Canada. No, what did I do? I went somewhere, then I went to Canada, then I went to Orlando. So I golfed like 5 times in a week, but like in different places. So I golfed 3 times in Florida, twice in Canada, and I was somewhere else before that. So that's just what I do, and I'll parlay it. I'll go to an event, I'll golf on Sunday afterwards, and then fly home Monday because I could leave early Sunday and get home late Sunday, and I'm just trash. So I'd rather just stick around, golf, and then fly home Sunday night. Then I'm home, and then
Yeah, I think I saw on that Florida trip you were with our friend Will Robbins, right?
Yep.
Who was on the Bandon trip?
No, Will Robbins came on. He came to Seattle. He made his way to Seattle.
Oh, okay.
So I had an event in Seattle in August, and he joined us, my buddy Pat Gentili, who lives up there, and we played the home course, which is like bootleg poor man's Chambers Bay. And I think I enjoyed the home course even a little more than what I think would be. We drove by Chambers, and have you played Chambers Bay, or are you familiar with the layout?
No.
Okay.
I'm familiar
Everybody
with
bigs it
layout
up
a little bit.
It's just a big mining like area on the water. The backdrop is dope. It's a park, but it's just a big square, and it looks really dynamic and fun, but you see everything right there. It's all in front of you. I don't know. I think, like, again, back to the being exorbitant thing, I think there's a cusp. And I had the chance to go to Barbados earlier this year. My buddy does media for the Legends Tour, which used to be the European Legends Tour. Now it's Legends. So we played at a track called Apes Hill, and a member at our club, she's no longer, I think they do long distance, but McPhee, her dad designed Apes Hill and also designed, what's the one in Ireland or Scotland, the hands, I can't think of it, fingers or hands or some shit like that. He designed that one. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come to me. I'm spacing right now. A lot of shit in my head. So yeah, Will came and played in Seattle, played the home course, and I just think it's all about the experience and just going on tangents right now. Sorry, I'm trying to wrangle all this in.
It's fine. That's why this podcast exists.
Yeah, it's like, what are you trying to do with this? Are we trying to get sponsors? Are we trying to get clickbait? Like we could do something crazy. I could jump in the pool or something.
We might do that. That might be how we close the show. No, we're so some friends of mine who have been on their podcast a couple times, the BestBall, great group of guys. They were like, "Hey, you know a lot of people and interact with a lot of incredible and interesting human beings. You should do your own podcast." So here we are. I jokingly it's a joke and serious, that this is a rudderless ship that I am just the captain of. I would opine that for this episode, I think you're the captain and I'm just along for the ride. That seems kind of how this is going, which I'm perfectly fine with.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Tell me how you became the voice of Formula Drift.
Oh, great question. How's Taylor doing, by the way?
Taylor's great. Great. Did he help you get that job?
No, not at all. I was just thinking of Taylor in Alabama, and like I sent him Steely Dan shirts all the time, or not him, but I sent him links to Steely Dan shirts. Okay. I've been announcing Formula. Again, this is the shiny things, dude. If I can two things. If I could cuss when I announce events, it'd be amazing. And also like if I don't have a script, like it's just fun to go rogue because just keep people on toes. They're like, what am I, why am I listening to this cat? So I've been announcing Formula Drift for 22 years. We started in 2004, started with 4 rounds, and I grew up in the automotive industry. So I grew up street racing, Civics in like 1995 and ripping around San Diego. Worked at a shop, worked at a toy company, rented cars for Enterprise, worked at Gumball 3000, worked at a toy company called X Concepts, which made modifiers. I worked at McGuire's Car Care Products, worked at Gumball 3000, doing random shit. And then 2004, my buddies started a series. They said, hey, you're charismatic. Why don't you try this? So here we are 22 years later. And gave me that opportunity, and it's allowed me to travel the world and work with my friends. So I've announced Formula Drift for, like I said, 20 plus years, but I've parlayed it to announce X Games, do video game voiceover like Need for Speed Pro Street. I've done heavy metal karaoke costume contests for Scion at Comic-Con. I've worked for Ford. I've done a lot of Ford things.
Hold on, back up? You did what at Comic-Con?
Heavy metal karaoke costume contest at Comic-Con for Scion.
Okay.
It was literally like a karaoke thing with a live band. And my buddy, oh my gosh. He used to fight UFC. He won titles. He got his belt taken away. Josh, he was the babyface assassin. Josh, I'm spacing on his name. He's a great dude. But he grabbed the mic and just ripped. But it's a live band, but it's at Comic-Con. That's actually when I met Bourdain. This is years ago. I met Bourdain. Obviously, he's dead now. But I was walking past a hotel and I saw Bourdain in a like hotel bar, and I was like, ooh, this is my shot. I didn't want to date him. I just wanted to meet him. I met him at Comic-Con. And come to find out, he was having a cocktail. It was like daytime. It was like afternoon before I had to work. So I went in there, hey, Mr. Bourdain, and he was with the guy who wrote the Jiro Saves the World, which is his graphic novel that he wrote, aka a comic book. But but I've announced so many damn things. So like I work with Hot Wheels, I work with Snap-on Tools, I've done stuff for Harley Davidson, summer, winter X Games. I don't know what else. Yeah, other random stuff.
I love it. I mean, and we talked about it while we were at Bandon, because I'm a very inquisitive and inquiring person, so I just wanted to know. I was like, well, hold on, how does the scoring work? And for the listeners, I'm going to try to explain this, and you're going to just correct me when I'm wrong.
I want to hear this one.
So there are 2 cars on the track, and one car is the lead car, and then the other car is trying to mimic the moves of the lead car as closely and as precisely as possible.
Yeah.
And then they switch roles, and the scoring is based off of that. Am I even remotely close?
That is a great layman's term of the essence of drifting. You're right. That was good. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad. I mean, tune in October 17th and 18th. We're going down the Shoreline Showdown, the final round of the 2024-25 Formula Drift Pro Championship. So
what's a track? You've got some access to some pretty incredible places. What's a track you want to play and exclude the Pine Valleys and the Augusta Nationals? What's a track you desperately want to get on and play that you haven't been able to?
Yeah, Ireland. I'm going to go to Ireland and
You haven't been to Ireland. That blows my mind.
I have not been to Ireland. I know. That's the and what's crazy is my buddy Chris Colick, who's at Legends, they have an event in Ireland, and there's something in the water in Cork, Ireland, that there are there's quite a few, but the best drifter in the world, James Dean, lives there. And there's the Shanahan brothers, there's some other drivers, but there's something in the water in Ireland about good drifters. And I want to go on the Legends tour and then throw those dudes in drift cars and like kind of just mind share, because to your point about me and the juxtaposition of golfing and kind of what a traditional golfer looks, feels, smells, tastes like, I'm not that. So I like to be kind of respectfully disruptive and challenge people on what and why and how. So Ireland is my short answer. But
okay,
in the States, I want to join you guys for Landman. Can't do that. I want to just go to Sweetens Cove and shoot guns and fireworks and play golf. That sounds cool. I
None of
think
that happens
again,
in
it's
Queens, Kev. I don't know what you're talking about.
you gotta it's not so much about the golf, it's about the people. And vibes is obviously a big buzzword, but I think it's the camaraderie and being in the Hurt Locker together, or being in this fun factory together.
Yeah, which and to your point, that was one of the things that we did. You and Bert. There was a night at Bandon where everybody was going back to the same bar, and we were like, "No, we want to get out." And I was like, "I'm coming with you, boys." And we ended up at Ghost Tree Grill.
Yep.
Had a great time, and yeah, I very much agree with you. It's all about the camaraderie, the hang, and what that's like.
Was that? And again, back to the Bandon thing. Sorry to cut you off. The young gentleman that was our waiter was so jovial and kind, and like, don't do this, get that, and we're we're not balling out of control, so I'm pretty cheap, frugal for lack of a better term. And he's like, do this, do that. I think we got like the Brussels sprouts or some broccoli dish or something. We're like, all right, that's pretty fire. And that's back to you, Bert, and I hanging out, and then this waiter having the patience and the kindness to navigate us through the menu, and that's important.
Right.
So,
the steaks we had. One of my favorite pictures from that trip is you with a fork in one hand, a knife in the other hand, and both hands on the table, just like in fists, with just a grin on your face, like you were about to destroy the piece of meat that's right in front of you. And I'm pretty sure you did.
Like I'm at medieval times or something. Go Red Knight! Yes, it's the Red Knight.
So I had the pleasure of meeting your oldest son Parker at Disney World this past year, which was very, very cool. That's just one of the neat things about golf and connecting with people. You saw that I was in Disney World. You said, "Hey, are you going to Hollywood Studios today? Look for my son. He's one of the photographers," and went and met up with him. We held up the line for God knows how long, just talking about you. I was asking him about what he's doing, his experience at Disney World, what that's like, his college, all the things, just because now that I've become family with him, I want to know how my nephew Parker's doing. Your boy's playing golf. I know Parker plays, right?
Parker can play. He's like a Mitchell Cannon. He's a 50 cal, and he could do a lot of damage if he hits the target. It's just about hitting that target. Okay. So he can beat the heck out of it. And we played. Yes, to add to that story, he did a Disney college internship, was out there January through May, and then after that he came home for the summer. He's going to school in Northern Arizona in Flagstaff, and he came back and golfed and said, "Hey, I want to play golf with you. I want to enjoy it," because usually somebody cries when we play golf. We hurt each other's feelings or something like that. And I remember when he was playing high school golf, I would like tell him what to do, and he says, "Dad, why would I listen to you? You're not good at golf." And I just said, "You're right." And I just said, "You're right." and that's fine, because I actually was not like, so backtrack, that's 4 years ago. And I've gotten better. Like I was like an 18. I'm down, like I said, to a 7. I'm playing more like I can shoot 78 to 88. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like blow up days, like 88. Decent days, 78. That's kind of where I'm at. So I do hit that handicap. But we golfed the other day during the summer, and I said, "Hey, let's just take it easy, just chilling. Don't get frustrated," because he hit, and I would just like wedge. My wedge is my short game, like that 45-yard chippy little either flop or just 54 degree or 58 degree, depending on the where the green's at. I just sometimes hit that grass,
Yep.
And
I can vouch for that. I saw that happen. I saw that happen at Sheep Ranch.
Oh yeah, it's easy to do. Son of a bitch, but then quickly shake it off. And he says, "Dad, well, you're contradicting yourself. I'm like, I am playing 75, 90% more golf than you. I can do this because I know I'm better than this. You're playing not even a percentage of what I am, like literally 5% of what I'm playing. So that's it. But he can play golf. He's amazing. He could. All I want him to do is play golf and enjoy it. T-Bone could beat the shit out of it too. T-Bone's my 11-year-old, excuse me, and he could beat it. He just doesn't apply himself. He's like somebody else I know, jack of all trades, master none. Those that can't do, teach, and those that can't teach, announce it. How you doing? My name's Jarod DeAnda. So I was like this close to being like a host of Top Gear, the last iteration with Dax Shepard and Rob Corddry. And they went a completely different direction. I'm mint chip, dude. I'm nuclear. I'm green. Bootleg chocolate. It's not real chocolate. Those flakes are like definitely microplastics. They went with an English truffle. They went with an English writer, journalist guy. With again Dax Shepard, Rob Corddry, and they're trying to fill the third spot. There were like 6 people, including myself, that they were going to go with. Fortunately, I don't think it was a bad thing that I didn't get the job, because your boy is 6'4", 265, 270. I don't even know. I don't step on scales. I don't subscribe to numbers, dude. But I don't fit in supercars. So I would just be on truck gear, not Top Gear.
Right. I knew where that was headed, because I'm like, you're a unit. You are a big man. I do
Hey,
think
dude, relax, okay? I'm happily married, okay? Just relax, okay, Josh?
I do think
I thought it was off the deck, not off the dick, you sicko. I gotta go.
I do know that under all those tattoos and the burly facade, there is some teddy bear in there. I witnessed it a little bit at Bandon.
But bears have claws and teeth. Bears have claws and teeth.
Oh my God.
What'd you witness? What was it at Bandon? I am a big lover. I love big. I fight hard. And what was it? What did you see?
It's actually one of the things that I've been fascinated about just with doing this podcast, that you and I have very different political beliefs, and we know we disagree on those, but we did it amicably, had real conversations, and then still enjoyed playing golf together. And the world needs a whole lot more of that right now. And
Absolutely.
So I appreciate the heck out of you for that. That was something I really enjoyed. I still jokingly will text you some things that may or may not have multiple meanings, and we'll laugh about them and go on about our days. And so I think that's where I was coming from with that statement, just that it's okay to disagree and you can still hang out and have a great time together.
Absolutely. I mean, even my wife and I, we celebrated 23 years of marriage. So small thank you. Small victories. And I would say that, my wife and I will argue, we'll have disagreements, we'll fight. But you fight hard, you love harder, and we can come to a resolution. And with that, you do come to a resolution. So, here we are, met through golf as a vehicle, but I think that life is, as you say, needs more of that. And I've had some great conversations with people that I wouldn't even say oppose my belief, but enlighten me on their perspective. It's not about disagreeing. It's just about, I always say metaphorically, it's that Harry Potter. I don't even think there's a big library in Harry Potter, but I'm painting a picture for you. Close your eyes, Josh, if you will. Just that big, massive library with those ladders that are on wheels. They slide over, and there's like 6 stories, 7 stories, just all these books. You'll never read all those books, but you sure as hell can meet somebody that has read 10 of those or knows cliff notes of them and can share them with you, because you'll never know it all. And you have to humble yourself and be like, all right, shut the up and listen. And that's hard for me to do. Obviously, I speak for a living. And I've always said, I know. It's funny. I was talking to my buddy the other day about Tyson does that. I know. They know it all. Well, shit, where do you think they got it from? But perspective is everything. I've never lived in Alabama. I've never lived in that part of the world. And I think I'm well traveled, and I think that makes me well versed, but I'm not all knowing. So if you think you're all knowing, you're already dead in the water, man. If you're not learning something new every day, and like I said, metaphorically with golf, oh wow, I never thought about that. Okay, well, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Here you are with that wedge shot. Okay, well, in this grass, do this. And Chucky, our homie, the golf bench, he's shown me some things. Ryan showed me some things, and life is about relationships, dude. And rising tide lifts all ships, and the most important ship is relationships.
Amen. Yep. Totally agree.
Did you see my tattoo? My buddy Forsberg and I, we got friendships. Mine, and what's funny is we got friendships. We're in New Jersey. We were out there shooting a movie. We were there for, do you know who Sung Kang is? He plays Han in Fast and Furious. So Sung is doing a movie.
Sorry. No, I thought you meant Sung Kang, the cheater in golf. Not, okay, different person.
What? I didn't know that. No.
Sung Kang on the PGA Tour, he's a notorious cheater. Sorry, I thought that's who you were talking about.
No. Sung Kang is an actor. He plays Han in the movie Fast and Furious. He's the dude that's always eating snacks, leaning on his FDR X7. Anyways, Sung shot a movie, Drifter, New Jersey. Chris and I were out there in Neptune, and we got friendship tattoos, but it's literally like American traditional, like a pirate ship, but it says friend on the front, friendship. And what's funny is mine's on my love handle, so it's a love boat. So
I don't know why I expected anything different. I was expecting something maybe more inappropriate, but that's so on brand.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was gonna get like an 8-man canoe on my meat, but I just got a dinghy. Yeah, it was just a little vessel. It's like more of like a. I'm sorry, I'm getting off the rail. I swear, again, these are NAs. These are 0.0s.
Right.
This is brought to you by Heineken 0.0. Stay sharp so you could drive home. Thanks, Max,
There's
for stopping.
the ad read for the episode. Love that.
Yep.
You covered it. What's your favorite new course that you've played this year?
Yeah, I'd say the Bridgehamptons. New South Wales was really tremendous. Royal Mayfair in Canada, up there in where was I just at? I was in Edmonton.
Okay.
And the boys, Goat Track. They have a brand called Goat Track. Really cool cats, Garrett and them up there. This club, private, pure, so pure, really cool. I drained some amazing putts with my lab, custom Oz one. Shout out to Brian Parks. That was really a pleasant surprise. Barbados was cool. Yeah, Barbados.
What's your favorite club in the bag right now?
Favorite club in the bag? I hit my 7-iron really well. Favorite club? Yeah, I mean it's easy to say putter, but seven iron's good.
You're dynamite with that lab. I witnessed it firsthand.
It's fun, man. That lab technology, and everybody's shitting on them, and they're like, "Oh, tired of lab people telling me about labs." But I saw a video that dude Tej talks golf, TEJ. He does a good job, and he's very like OCD about club builds and knows a lot of cool stuff. And he's like, "Look at this. There's no center shafted putters, there's no labs in the top, I think it was like 8, which hasn't happened in a while. But the dude who won recently was playing that Spider Zero Torque. And
right.
Those putters would not exist if it wasn't for lab. So I everybody's up in arms about the whole lab thing, and I think it's absolutely going to help. So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's making Zero Torque now. It's like they saw how it worked and they're like, okay, we have to do that. Imitation's the best form of flattery.
Yeah, I don't totally subscribe to that. It's also called, ripping you off. But I think lab does a good job. But I would say my 7-iron or my putter.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fun one for me to ask you. Who would be in your dream foursome?
Right now,
alive or dead?
Justin? No.
Yeah. Right now.
Got to be alive.
Okay. I'll go alive.
Justin Bieber.
Okay.
I want to golf with the Biebs. I want to golf with the Biebs. Justin
He's got a
Timberlake.
wild move on the golf ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake. He's one. And then I don't know. That spot's kind of always evolving. Somebody would be fun. Maybe like a Andrew Santino right now, because he's loving the game. He's having a good time.
Okay.
So yeah, Santino.
Where would this foursome play?
Not Pebble. That's whack. Come play my club. Come play my club. Because when you play my club, it's like, all right, it's easy, it's gettable, it's fun. And then you come back to the crib and we jump in the pool and we do our thing.
I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to jump off that roof behind you into the pool.
Sun
do you prefer to play? No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Do you prefer to play first thing in the morning and do sweep, or you like playing when the sun's setting in golden hour?
I like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock's my jam. 10 a.m. I'm not a big dew sweeper.
Is that like a standing tea time at the Vic?
Yeah. Yeah. 10 o'clock is my standing. Yeah, because I can bring more than one guest after 10. So that might be be like telling of the person I am. Like literally, like even like the maintenance dudes are like, oh, only one guest. Like yesterday, I only brought one guest. My buddy Javi, just met
You're
him
out of place
about
with just one guest.
He's like, whoa, just one guest, yeah. And I just love sharing the experience, man.
Yeah.
So
Agreed, and that's what it's all about, right? Like that's what I love so much about golf is
who's
that
in your
experience. Well, my dream foursome, Tiger Woods is in there just because I would want to experience that. I might just want to watch him hit and not even really have dialogue as much as he would want to. I think it'd be fun to have somebody in music. I don't know if Eric Church plays golf or not, but I feel like he'd be a chill hang.
Luke Combs is golfing a lot. Combs is golfing more.
Luke Combs is golfing a lot. Yeah, Luke Combs is playing a lot of golf.
Big
Tiger
DJ
Woods,
Khaled guy, right? You're a big Khaled guy.
Oh, me? Yeah. All over my face. You can see that, right? We the best.
Oh man.
No, I don't know who would be in my dream foursome, but Tiger. We'll go just for the sake of the conversation. Tiger, Eric Church, and then my fourth. Oh gosh, who would my fourth be?
So golfer, entertainer, yeah. Also, I would say like a Max Homa or Joel Damon or Colin Morikawa would be somebody that I like. I'd like to golf with Colin because I think low key he's into a lot of cool shit and he wants to do cool stuff. And I think Max, unfortunately, is a Dodgers fan, but we could rip it on each other because I'm a Padres fan. And I'm actually, I'm a Giants, Padres, D-backs fan, so anybody but LA, but we could bounce back and forth on that. So it's good.
Okay, now you got me thinking about like former Atlanta Braves players that John Smoltz, because John Smoltz is a stick. That would be he can play. That would be a lot of fun. I would be just watching those guys hit golf balls though because of how I'm playing right now, but that's fine. All right, one more question, we'll get you out of here because I know you've got better things to do than to be on the podcast.
No, not at all. Because I want to make sure my computer doesn't die. It's at 6%.
Okay. Well, this is the last question. We'll get you out of here, but who knows where this?
No, I'm going to jump off the roof for you too. It's literally right here, so I'm going to leave the camera going.
Okay, and then jump off the roof. Yeah. Please don't hurt yourself.
Oh, come on.
That would not be good.
Look, it's right there. Literally.
Oh, okay. The pool is literally directly behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like hitting it off the deck?
Yes, I don't mind it. It has to be like 300 yards. 300 yards, I'm not getting there and just move the ball forward. I liked when Grant Horvat and Tiger's videos, like 15 minutes is a quick watch. I work in the car space. I don't watch car videos. I love golf. I don't watch golf videos. I'm ingesting so much random stuff from art, fashion, tattoos, cars, golf. I'm doing all of it, but focusing on none of it. I'm a constant moving target as far as ingesting knowledge and things. I know the most random shit, like purses and handbags or jewelry or art. Like, it's fun. So Grant and Tiger's video where he's like, what do you do when it's narrow? He's like, tee it up low, put it on your front foot, hit into it, and put it down, and like kind of do a pokey driver. Because I'm not a big hitter, but I'd rather take 260 down the middle or 240 down the middle even versus 290 in the right rough. So then I'm 240 out. Like I'm just thinking a hole 17 right now on the Vic. It's like, all right, I duff kind of a drive. I hit a big swipey slice. You know, I play a cut when it's good. It's a slice when it's not. And if I'm, 300 out, I'll pull out the off the deck, pull out the driver and be like, all right, let's just put it up there, bunt it up there.
Okay. Yeah. I love that. Well, that is everything I had for prepared remarks. If you want to jump in the pool to close out this episode.
Easy. Absolutely. Well, so Josh, I appreciate you, and I'm I know there was a golf trip planned. I'm sorry I can't make it. Planning out that far ahead of time, and admittedly, you talk about the parlay. I love the parlay of working an event, golfing, experiencing it. Doing that Bandon trip was a hard, not even an ask, but just a schedule management. Let's call it what it is, because my wife's like, you don't need to, like, I hate the whole stigma of happy wife, happy life. It's, you know, happy spouse, happy house. It goes both ways. So, you know, doing that Bandon trip was definitely very special. Want to go to Landman with you guys, and Sweetens in May, I think is more reasonable because I'm up there at Road Atlanta. You got to come to Road Atlanta next May. We've been going there for 22 years. So come out to Formula Drift. Go to Formula Drift. We have Long Beach, Atlanta, New Jersey, Orlando, Seattle, and Long Beach again this year. Going to Utah.
I will put that on the calendar for May. That let's make that happen. Let's absolutely make that happen in
Done.
May.
I got a guy. We'll get you tickets. You'll love it. Well,
yeah, I would hope you can give me some tickets for the voice.
I got a guy. But yeah, I appreciate your energy and having met you and just the gang was cool and everybody, you know, comes together like Voltron. And there is something to be said about Ryan Hardenbrook. I was giving him a hard time earlier, but curating, and he's introduced me to some fantastic people. And I got introduced to him through another fantastic guy. And, you know, just, I love it. It's all good, man. And like I said, life's about relationships. So I appreciate your candor and your patience with me. And I don't subscribe to letters as well. ADHD, OCD, ADD, you know, all of it. So I just don't. So I think when I was in science class in high school, my senior year, they have a seating chart. And my little square, you know, they were like, okay, Josh sits here and Bert sits here. Jarod DeAnda's seat was a square outside the door because I just got kicked out every day. So I just would assume my role and sit outside. I didn't get voted like most funny or anything like that, but and another thing I'll say is never peak. You know, that's what I said, don't peak in high school to my son. But if you never peak, you're always on a glow up. Keep people on their toes.
Yep. Yeah, you're always on the correct trajectory if you never peak.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming on. This has been a blast. Are you really about to jump in the pool?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna unplug my mic.
So for the listeners, I don't know if we still have his microphone on or not. Oh, we do have a microphone. We have video back. He might be gone. We might have lost Jarod. So Jarod is currently in the process of unplugging his laptop and getting it, I think okay, we're back. We're back. And he is about to jump in the pool.
Yeah, hold on.
As a send-off. We're going to send it, right?
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
And I'm going to do my best version of play-by-play. For the first time in the history of Off the Deck, we have a guest who is going to jump in their pool from their roof while we are recording an episode.
What's a good angle?
Let's see it, Jarod.
I feel like that's a good angle.
It's a great angle.
It's the angle. So, yeah.
Angle is positioned, and here we go. And for the listeners at home, there's a beautiful palm tree in the background. The sun is setting. I think this is why people live in LA, because of the weather I'm sure he has right now, as opposed to the 120% humidity that I have in Birmingham right now. And I suspect we're just going to see someone fly in. Oh, there he goes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Jarod, that was awesome. That was fantastic. I'm amazed at how quickly he was able to get up on his roof. That was pretty special. I don't know if they have steps to get on the roof or what, but I thought it was going to take you longer to get on the roof. Do you have steps to your roof? That was incredible.
Yeah, it's just a backdrop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome. A great way to close out the show.
We're back. I know. Here, babe, hold the thing real quick.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're golden.
Here, can you see? There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. We're getting we're getting to see the full experience of Jarod in his path. Hello, Mrs. DeAnda.
Hello.
The path to get on the roof. Mrs. DeAnda has joined the podcast, and we're about to see Jarod appear in the video and come flying in, I would imagine. And I'm going to be doing this hopefully sooner rather than later. Here he goes. That's incredible. He's acting like a toddler.
Great job, baby. Great job.
Well done, my friend. Well done. I'll see you soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
That podcast.